Hello and welcome to Natural Music. Today we are going to discuss how to play in the country gospel style. There is a whole course that is being built on the website. For those of you that are paid subscribers, go there and check it out. But here are the components of the stereotype sound to country gospel. So one thing that they do a lot is they're going to play low single notes. They're going to keep everything in this medium range. I'm not saying every time, but for the sound that I'm talking about, that you hear that on those old country gospel style of playing. And one thing they do when it gets really low and it's too muddy to play harmony because it's just down here so low, they'll play single notes and they'll use it to make it interesting. They'll slide and do some things like they may roll a chord real quick but not let it run into each other for like a walk down. But then they go to single notes and then they like to slide those in between grace notes. So and then when they get closer to this area, they start using farther apart harmony notes. And then up here, they'll put them closer together. So they use low single notes, and they just let that cut through the mix. That's kind of, and they like these grace notes. Another thing that they also do, and I'll wrap this around to an actual intro so that way you have something to apply it to here in a second. Another thing they like to do is when they get in this medium section, they use harmony notes, but they don't play it perfectly together. So instead of playing in the key of G, I guess I've been playing in the key of G, I didn't state that. In the key of G, here would be G and a B would be your natural just harmony notes that you would use. You could use a D up there, but these are kind of the big ones to do. They would split that up since it's kind of in this range, and they'll bring it down here and do things, and then so there's a shell of a G, shell of an A minor, shell of a G, shell of a D, even though that root note's not in there. And then while they're holding the G, they'll slide around in there, and they'll add those grace notes up here too, so they would go, and they love going, see how they'll add this pinky up here and go, and then go, and just slide it, and they'll add the harmony notes to it. So they love doing that. And there. And then over different chords, they love doing these little triplet, I call them Floyd Cramer licks. Like, so there's one over a C, and they like to do it the sixth. I'm saying they, whoever they are, but just the players that I've heard play this style. An E and a C and a G is a C right there, and they'll play around and they'll do this. They'll bend that note and then back to G and then C. So, and then the same way if they were doing a G, they would do that down here. All right. So those are kind of the common moves in that style. And so they may start out, I've got an intro here in G that you would start out with these low single notes, go to these harmony notes, and then play some Floyd Cramer licks over some chords. So it'd be like, then you could go, there is coming a day. And then that kind of sounds like that traditional country gospel sound that I always heard growing up. Or they could roll it like this. They go. And I'm playing kind of the chords in between. So an intro real similar to that, or maybe even that exact intro I have on our country gospel section. It's kind of a new course on naturalmusicstore.com. So if you're a member, you can go there and check that out. I think I do that intro in several different keys and attach it. You can see how it just attaches to multiple songs. But those things right there really give you the foundations, using those low single notes, the harmony notes there, the low Floyd Cramer licks that are down here. That gives you the foundation for that style. So if you are a subscriber, you want to check that out and actually learn those lessons. I go over note by note. And if you're just viewing this for free, I hope you found some value in this, and you could see how these harmony notes and playing over chords and playing these low single notes with the lopey and stuff like that, you could just apply it straight up to your music. These are concepts that are used in the country gospel style, and I hope you enjoyed this little brief overview of what that style entails, and we will see you at the next video and the next lesson. Thank you so much for watching.